Hey everyone, it's Jennine, your local realtor here in the Edmonton area. Today I'm coming to you from my office. I'm actually going to be taking you on a different kind of tour today. It's a virtual tour of Edmonton. So I deal with a lot of relocation clients, a lot of investors outside of province, and not everyone knows Edmonton or is really familiar with the area. So today I'm going to give you an overview of Edmonton by using Google Maps. We'll answer a lot of common questions I get, and hopefully it will give you a better idea of the city. Okay, let's dive into it. Okay, so right now we are looking at an overview of Edmonton. So let's just zoom out and kind of get you oriented here. So there we are in Alberta. We are north of Calgary. So if you take this main highway down, this is Highway 2, you'll often hear QE2. This will lead you all the way down through Red Deer to Calgary. We also have the Yellowhead that cuts across the city, which leads you out to Jasper or out to Saskatchewan. So zooming in a little bit, now we see Edmonton as a whole. You'll notice this road that goes around like a circle. It's the Anthony Henday, it's our ring road. This makes it really easy to get around the city. There's a lot of access points to different areas in the city. So generally speaking, if everything's clear, everything's good on a slower time, not right during rush hour, it will take you about 30 minutes to get one end to the other, so half the circle. So it kind of outlines the city area, but there are developments outside of the ring road. So especially when we look down south here, this is all new developments around here on the other side of the Henday. So looking at Edmonton, you'll also see a lot of smaller kind of cities, a lot of smaller communities that aren't considered Edmonton, but are pretty much right there. So places like Sherrard Park on the east side, St. Albert, north side, Spruce Grove and Stony Plain on the west, and then down south we have Nisku, Beaumont, and Leduc, and here is the airport. So I find a lot of people, if you are moving here from Ontario, that's a lot of what I get, also Vancouver, but a lot of anyone that's relocating to Edmonton that needs access to the airport. The most popular areas lately have been South, Beaumont, and Leduc. Leduc is right beside the airport, and you will get a lot more for your money in Leduc. Same with Beaumont. Okay, so let's look at Edmonton though, to start. So we kind of break the city down into a few sections. Let me get my pen. So we have southwest Edmonton, which is kind of this area here. We have southeast Edmonton. We have west Edmonton, which is roughly like that. Then we have more of kind of university area right in here. Kind of also south central, I guess. Then we have the downtown and central area. So here's downtown, but then this is also central area. Then we have the northwest and the northeast. So what all does this mean? Let's start in the southwest. This area is typically a higher price area. So just a reminder before we get started, I'm just going to outline now that we're zoomed in. Southwest. So this area is primarily a little bit more expensive, especially when you get around the Windermere area up here, North Windermere. There is a lot of expensive homes here. The Southwest is a very popular area, and there's a lot of new developments happening out in this area here, a little bit in around here. It's a very popular area with a lot of people, and you also have a lot of access to the river valley that's going along here, so a lot of walking trails. Right in here is Terwilliger Dog Park. I love this park. It's really beautiful. It makes you feel like you're not even in the city. It's one of my favorites. If you're looking for shopping and amenities, right in here is the Currents of Windermere. There's a lot of stuff happening there. There's also access to shopping around Calgary Trail right at the edge, and also South Edmonton Common, which is more southeast, but it's still pretty close to this area. So lots of stuff going on around here. In terms of homes, this area is priced generally a little higher than most areas in the city. Kind of this area, it will be a little bit older homes. So the north part of the Southwest will be more older kind of homes, larger lots. And then when you get down into this area, this is all like new builds. And then this is kind of mid older homes. And then when you get down to this area, this is all new. And then this is kind of a combination of older to new. Right in here is a very nice area as well, and it's very pricey, but beautiful area. So very popular area, the Southwest. So kind of going up from the Southwest is the West End here. So pretty much start down here. Right around here. So the West End, you are close to the popular West Edmonton Mall. If you like the mall. And a lot of shopping right beside it as well. Down here is a bunch of new developments, a lot of new things happening right here. And also in here, there's a lot of new stuff happening here. Right here, you have the River Cree Resort and Casino, so a lot of concerts and entertainment happening. Here, you'll kind of have like mid-aged homes, and more inside here will be older homes. So also with the older homes, you're going to see infill homes, which are new homes in older lots now. So they could be like you'll see them like taller, skinnier, new modern looking homes compared to the more traditional kind of bungalows that you might have seen there. Right in here, if you have a family, this is a nice fun place to take them. Edmonton Valley Zoo, and a beautiful area around there too. One thing to note as well, I'll touch on this a little bit later about transit, but there is a plan to introduce a LRT, our train system, to come by West Edmonton Mall from the west. So that is in the future plans. I don't know when that's going to be happening exactly, but it's always good to take note of. We have the university area and kind of central south. So the university is right in here. We have the popular White Ave. So this is a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants, a lot of like a popular place for university students and just anyone in general to go spend some time down there. We have Southgate Center Mall here. You'll also notice a lot of these properties in here are either becoming infill properties, which again, same thing as what I talked about on the west side. Some of these lots are being sold off and new homes are coming into these lots. They're like usually more modern, taller, skinny, and sometimes they could be very, very expensive. So a lot of properties are kind of converting here. It is a popular place. It's easy to get downtown if you need to. It's easy really to get anywhere in the city because you are so central. Up here is another nice park and a bit of shopping here and here as well. So you'll notice a lot of this area, actually most of this, and in here is all industrial. Okay, so we'll move south now, southeast. Technically, southeast kind of takes all of this, but there are different divisions of the southeast as well. So when we kind of look at the southeast, it's like a bit like this. This is all older properties. So you'll see more older style bungalows, larger lots, if you like that, more developed kind of communities. In here, you'll see a lot of new developments happening, newer homes, probably max around 10 years old if they are older. So there's a lot of new developments around happening here. This area is a lot of shopping, amenities, movie theaters, everything you need. There's also shopping in here. And again, South Edmonton Common for pretty much everything you need shopping wise. So going further south, this is also a newer area. So this part of the area is more, maybe maximum 20 years now, 15 years. This is more new, and there's a lot of development happening down here. Also, the cool thing about this area, so Summerside specifically has its own community beach lake. So residents that live in here get access to a private man-made type of lake with beach access too. So that's a really fun thing for the family if you're into that. Let's move more central. So this is kind of the central downtown area. Here you'll see a lot more condo type of properties. In here you'll see a lot more older kind of homes. Generally speaking, properties that are north are usually a little bit cheaper. The south is a little bit more in demand. Being downtown, you'll have access to another university, McEwen. We have hospitals, which I will go over as well after. We also have NAIT, our technology school, and shopping, Kingsway Mall. There's also the Ice District downtown, which is our home for the Edmonton Oilers and any big concerts that come through. We also are seeing this area here. This is the old airport area, which has now been converted into Blatchford area. So this will all be new developments as well. Okay, so moving north, this is basically considered the north and divided up as well to northeast and northwest. So in this area, you'll see a lot of cheaper homes. It is right along the train tracks here. A little bit more industrial, cheaper homes. Some people use these as flip homes or investors for rentals. In here, you'll see a lot of townhome kind of cheaper homes as well. You're also very close to a lot of amenities in here, Clearview Town Center and one of the main LRT stations. So up around here is a lot of new developments happening in here. So there's going to be moments that you hear that people would prefer the north end or the south end over the north end, which is generally what happens. But there are very good communities around the north end. You just have to kind of know where you're looking and what you're looking for. The question I often get are, what are the schools or where are the schools? So there are a lot of schools around Edmonton. As you zoom in, you can see them more and more popping up. In the newer communities, like new developments, there aren't going to be as many because they're just not there yet. When they will be there, I'm not too sure. But what I always recommend to you is do some research on the schools. If you're looking for schools, there's almost all of them have reviews, so you could kind of pick and choose what one will be good for you and what one suits your family the best. There's a lot of different choices, and There's more coming up, but we just don't know when. So another one is, where are your hospitals? So our main hospitals, one in the southeast, Mill Woods area, Grey Nuns. Going over to the west side, right beside West Edmonton Mall, Misericordia. We have one at the University of Alberta Hospital. And our other main one is Central at the Royal Alex. Looking at transit, this is our main transit setup right now. So you can see it starts in the northeast, goes all the way through downtown. There's a connector that goes up by NAIT, our technology school, and it also comes down by the university and continues into the southwest. Now there are plans right now. It's just, there is one developed right now, going to be starting right here. And it goes like this, and it ties into there. This one is constructed, but there were some delays and stuff. I'm not too sure when it's going to be open, but hopefully soon. Eventually, the plan will be that it goes into the west, and that this goes down as well. I believe as well as up. Those, though, are just plans. They have not been started. This one is in the works right now. It should be open soon, hopefully. So what about the other little communities around here? I get a lot of people that, especially out of town, like I had mentioned, that like Leduc, just to be close to the airport. You get a lot more for your money down here. Same with Beaumont. Beaumont's a smaller, it really very much feels like a smaller kind of town. It is also a French town, so you'll see a lot of French English stuff around there. There's a lot of new developments happening there too. Sherrard Park is a very desirable area. It's actually where I live as well. You pretty much have everything you need and really quick access to the city if you need to. St. Albert is another very desirable area. It's its own little city and a lot of kind of outdoorsy area. It's really pretty. If you remember earlier, I was talking about this man-made beach in Summerside in the south. St. Albert also now has one. I don't think it's showing on the map, but it is brand new in this area here called Jensen's Lake. So all the residents in that area will have access to their own private little beach. Overall, that's a very general and quick rundown of the city. As always, I'm very happy to help if you want to go in more detail. So part of my process, we'll do a Zoom call and we could go over as much detail, and I'll show you the actual houses kind of in each area and what you can expect. So if you have any other questions, let me know, drop them in the comments below. Always happy to help, and until next time, see you.